6 West 18th Street. It's the tradition of every game day to ensure the winning way of play. It's easy to score a big food win with deliveries, carry-out, or even dine-in. Marcia's Deli welcomes call-in orders, too. You can call us at 620-223-6432. All Tigers know that Marcia's Deli is where you fill your belly.
Since 1921, Billiard Hammer Hartman Insurance has been a staple in the community, meeting the needs of our area residents. We handle many types of insurance from auto, home, farm, motorcycle, ATV, watercraft, as well as many aspects of your business needs. We are a proud supporter of sports in our local area, schools, and our athletes. Give us a call, 620-223-2970, or stop by our office. We're located at 20 South National in beautiful downtown Fort Scott, Kansas.
Quick in, quick out. Five Corners is your go-to spot for convenience. Mornings are a breeze with grab-and-go options. Even lunch is easy with fresh and fast choices. Follow Five Corner Mini Mart on Facebook for their lunch specials every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Five Corner takes pride in making their customers' lives easier. Convenient, fast, friendly, and proud sponsors of all Fort Scott Tigers. That's your locally owned Five Corner Mini Mart, 12 from the bypass in Fort Scott.
It's Friday night under the lights, and you know what that means. Pride, tradition, fortitude. These are the hallmarks of your hometown heroes, the Fort Scott Tigers. Welcome to the Briggs Auto pregame show brought to you by Briggs Auto of Fort Scott, your local headquarters for Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. Visit them at 1819 South Main and experience that unbeatable Briggs VIP customer service, or shop anytime at BriggsFTSCOTT.com. Briggs Auto of Fort Scott is proud to stand with the community and your Fort Scott Tigers, sponsoring the pregame coverage all season long, right here on 103.9 FM and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. Now, here's the voice of the Fort Scott Tigers, Dylan Duffy.
Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome to Hutchfield in Pittsburg, Kansas. This is Dylan Duffy, and tonight we have a SEK rivalry that has been known for decades. It is Fort Scott Tigers versus the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. With me tonight is no other than Aaron Judy. Fort Scott comes into this game 1-2. Pittsburgh is also 1-2, presented by Briggs Auto. And Aaron, this rivalry has been going on for decades. When you think about Fort Scott versus Pittsburgh, what comes to your mind first? Gracias, muchacho.
Yeah, there's a lot that comes to mind for me from the Fort Scott side. You think about all those teams that you watched before you. You know, for me, when I was a kid growing up, I'm watching state championship caliber teams every year there for a while. And then you go through and you're playing football down there on the grass waiting for your turn to play in that game. And you get to middle school, you get a little bit closer. And then when it's your time, you get to high school. I mean, this is what you dream of. If you're a small-town Southeast Kansas kid, if you're from Fort Scott, you want to beat Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. And with that, I think we're going to try to get to the national anthem here, so we're going to pause a little bit on the pregame show to honor our flag. Oh, we're low. Yeah, there you go. Coming in now. They haven't even presented. We're running a little bit behind here in Pittsburgh. Usually this is done by 6:50, but you get to enjoy it during the pregame show. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as the Parsons High School, Perfection Pittsburgh High School marching band, no direction, as Andy Arlington plays our national anthem.
As Pittsburgh takes the field here. Should be getting to the national anthem here shortly. with that, as you know, with Pittsburgh coming in, we got a couple of Fort Scott alumni over there. Looks like we got L.C. Davis and head coach Josh Latimer. You know, they came from Fort Scott ties. And, you know, Pittsburgh's returning 12 returning starters, 8 on defense. But they have, you know, struggled this year so far. They have a 1-2 record with a loss to Shawnee Mission South and Labette County. And they've actually been through 3 quarterbacks already this year. We kind of got news that Krogan was supposed to come back, but it looked like Davis was pretty much warming up out there for him. So I think they're going to be going with Davis.
And I don't know if that, after we saw it, I wondered if it wasn't because he was up for homecoming. This is their homecoming tonight. So
yeah,
not sure. Even kind of talking to their coaches before, we're really not sure who's going to start at quarterback for Pittsburgh tonight.
Yep, for sure. And then here comes Fort Scott over there on the other side coming in. Getting out of here right before the national anthem. But, you know, with the 8 starters on the Dragons defense, it's going to be tough. But I think, you know, with 377 yards we had last week with, you know, about basically a 4-headed attack, I think we have a good chance to run on their defense a little bit, even with some experience. We got some hard runners over there.
Yeah, and one thing we're going to have to do tonight is we're just going to have to pass the ball a little bit. I mean, we don't want to become completely one-dimensional like we were a little bit last week and allow them to just stack 9 in the box and, you know, make us throw the ball. So
absolutely.
I think we're going to
finally going to start the national anthem.
Yep.
About 4 minutes behind here. All right, national anthem is done, so we want to get kind of right back into our pregame show here, sponsored by Briggs Auto. You know, with that quarterback issues, we kind of cycled out 3 quarterbacks here. What do you think could be a rhythm problem for them? I mean, we've seen them struggle. They're 1-2 on the season. I don't know if it'll carry over to our game, but, you know, not having that.
Yeah, it's no different
there,
than, to me, it kind of reminds me of the teams that try to go with like a 2-quarterback system. And the old saying, if you've got two quarterbacks, you don't have a quarterback.
Yep.
And so I don't know. I mean, it's high school football, so you never know for sure. But with him not playing last week, maybe we get off to a good start on defense. If you can keep him out of rhythm, you know, kind of stay ahead of the game, obviously that's what you hope for.
Absolutely, and, you know, we have head coach Jonathan Stark over on our side. He was the Pitt OC, so he was on the other sideline in that purple this last year.
Yeah.
He's in, you know, first year. We got a 1-2 record coming off of a big win against Independence, 15-8 SEK opponent. And honestly, going back to the quarterback thing, Independence has a really good quarterback in Javen Colbert, and we basically, I mean, he did some things with his legs, but he could never really get the throwing going.
We held
shut him down.
Well. Yeah. And I think Coach Stark we talked about coaches on this program. Coach Stark was, I believe, the offensive coordinator for Pittsburgh last year, so they're not changing a lot. He knows the system. Kind of reminds me of like the college things where, you know, you get the coach that gets fired or quits or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes to a team in conference as an advisor or whatever
Lane
because
Kiffin
he knows.
Ole Miss from Bama and stuff like that.
So, so that helps with Coach Stark. And, I mean, it's not a secret either with Coach Latt. They're going to – 2 things they're going to do. They're going to get downhill and they're going to be physical. They may make mistakes and they're going to mess up. It's high school football just like anybody else, but you're not going to have probably a lack of effort.
No.
And the same with us. Coach Stark, he's not going to allow that. If you're not going to have the effort, you probably won't be on the field.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's rivalry week. I mean, if you're a Fort Scott fan or a Pittsburgh fan, you know what this week's all about, regardless of, you know, the record. You throw it all out when it comes to tonight's game, and you're going to get after a little bit. But, you know, we did have a huge time on offense rushing the ball. Clayton had 139 last game. Allen had 97. Cannon had 76. And Ryder Newton followed that up with 45, and we had a nice little toss pass or a toss sweep to our wide receiver Dexter Williams for 20. But we say that with the rushing yards. The rushing yards, we don't get any of that if we don't win anything in the trenches there with our offense. I really thought last week our offensive line really got after it and got downhill and pushed some bodies around. Hopefully we kind of see that tonight. Do we think with Coach Stark's knowledge of Pittsburgh that we're going to have the right fits and right blocking schemes to kind of push them back a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely helps. I mean, and listen, they're not doing anything crazy. They're just a power football team, so it's not any secret how to defend them. It's just basically your best versus our best. Who's going to be better? Who's going to be tougher? And it's the same concept. Both coaches lean on them in the first one to fold up. That's what you're hoping for. But it's going to be a dogfight. I would guarantee that.
For sure. And we also have, Stark against his old team. The rivalry, unfortunately, Pittsburgh has dominated that recently. But, we do clock control, and Pittsburgh, they run downhill a lot. But it's kind of been known that they can kind of make some explosive plays. They got some good wide receivers out there. So that's going to be a couple storylines to watch. But with that, I have a question. If Fort Scott pulls the upset tonight, what's going to be the headline tomorrow morning?
Gosh, I don't know. I would say it has to involve Coach Lett in some fashion. I mean, he's a Fort Scott high school legend. That's no secret. And that's not going away just because he's got this purple on that I don't love. But it's tough to see those guys that were Fort Scott legends in the purple.
Absolutely, yep. So hopefully we're coming to you tomorrow with a big scoreboard win for Fort Scott.
That's the hope.
That's going to do it for our Briggs Auto pregame show here. We're going to have the kickoff, FS Tigers versus the Pittsburgh Dragons. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 on Fort Scott TV, YouTube. This has been the Briggs pregame show, and can get ready for kickoff.
Thanks for tuning in to the Briggs Auto pregame show. Briggs Auto of Fort Scott is your hometown headquarters for Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Ford, GMC, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota. At Briggs Auto, they are dedicated to serving our community. Visit them at 1819 South Main or check out the unbeatable deals anytime at BriggsFTSCOTT.com. Briggs Auto of Fort Scott proudly brings you the excitement of every pregame show all season long on 103.9 FM and Fort Scott TV on the YouTube channel. Now, Tiger fans, let's turn up the energy, get on your feet, make some noise, and get ready for kickoff. The game is about to begin.
We're going to come back to you with the coin toss. I miss it. Did you see?
I didn't.
That's our fault. We'll see here.
Looks like they're pretty high.
Looks like I think Pittsburgh's going to receive, I do believe.
Okay. We are running low on camera. We did charge it all the way up here, and then it has went dead on us, so we're probably going to have at one point, if you're watching on the YouTube, we're going to be switching the cameras. If you're on the radio, you're still going to hear our voices. We appreciate you tuning in. We're getting set for the kickoff here, getting everybody lined up. Clock has hit 12 on the scoreboard. And we are getting everybody set up. Pittsburgh is going out there. Looks like to
they are going to receive.
Sick.
We are going to have looks like Caleb Hall's going to give us the boot as usual. They're going to have number 24 back deep.
Yes, number 24 I got as
they don't have it on the.
That's a good start.
That's what. Yeah, they don't have it on their roster. They got a number.
Probably a name or a
20
a number change.
I'm gonna guess number 22. I don't know. Either way, we are just about to get started here at Hutchinson Field in Pittsburgh.
Caleb's getting the ball lined up, ready to go.
All teed up.
All the officials, they got the good go signs. So we're ready for a Tiger kickoff here at Hutchinson Field in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
There's the whistle. They're going to onside it, and I think we recover the ball. The Tigers are on top of the ball. We'll wait on the call here. I'm not There's no flags that I see.
They're saying he's down, but nobody. I mean, we were on the ball right there, so we went 10 yards. Shouldn't be a flag there.
They're going to throw a flag now late.
But if we kicked off from
they're going to say it didn't go 10 yards, but I'm not sure. The ball's at the 50-yard line. We kicked from the – I mean, that's 10 yards. We kicked from the 40. Okay, well.
Yeah. My math ain't mathing there with you either, so I don't know. That we're going to probably just – looks like we're going to reset up for kickoff here. Maybe they went before the whistle started with – maybe that's what that was.
No, they didn't. It wasn't offsides. They called illegal procedure there. So we're going to have it.
They're going to have the ball
and
at
we
the,
are going to have Christian Krogan's not going to be in. So they're starting quarterback not here tonight. We're going to have Jamarcus Davis, number 5. He's going to be a 5'10", 170-pound junior, usually going to play running back for the Tigers. He's going to be single back. He's going to drop back. They're going to run option to the right side. We're going to get him stopped for a short gain. He's going to get about, I'm going to give him 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 from their own, or from the Tigers' 41-yard line. So what we talked about before, Dylan, a little bit, it's going to be a little bit different. They don't have their start. Well, now they're starting quarterbacks back in.
So maybe they just gave him a chance, you almost let us back. No,
Nope.
Number 5's still in there. So
Yeah. Okay.
they're going to stick with Davis here this tonight, looks like so far. Going to run an option. Great
gonna get him.
Phil. Boys are coming out firing so far the first 2 plays. They gained that 4 yards there on that first one, but then after that we really read that option well, got them stopped in the backfield almost.
Yeah, Pittsburgh kind of runs this wing T offense almost similar to what Fort Scott ran last year with Coach Graham. So they're going to come back out. They're going to spread it out a little bit here. 2 receivers to the short side of the field, 1 to the far side, single back. He's going to come under center. He's going to drop back, roll out to his left to pass.
He's a left-handed
and
thrower.
There's a crazy
Incomplete
holding
pass.
there. Goodness gracious. Paxton Allen gets absolutely tackled by his neck, or it's probably a sack, but that's going to bring up 4th and long, and Pittsburgh is going to run their punt team out.
And they're also in our play too, so it's kind of one of those, they've kind of not been credit to us. We played good defense, but that offense looks pretty. Didn't know quite what to do there.
And I like the move. Now you're at this point, Coach Stark obviously trusts his defense. They've played well. I like the call on the onside kick to start the game.
Absolutely. There's some things you got to do to do it. But, yeah, we were watching this punter. He does have a pretty good leg. It looks like it should. Oh.
It's going to die.
Right about the 4-yard line. Great punt by him. We were kind of watching him at pregame, and he was booting it pretty good for us. But Fort Scott's going to take over 1st and 10 on the 4-yard line here.
Fort Scott's going to come out. When you're at the 4-yard line, I don't know that I see him probably passing the ball much from here.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, we're going to run, some kind of just power inside run or maybe a QB run here. Maybe even sneak it, try to get a little bit of breathing room. We'll see what they do here. Caden's going to come out. Caden Cannon is going to be under center, split back. Single receiver split to the far side of the left. Yep, they're going to run a QB follow here. Caden's going to get some good yards. Good hard run there. He's running behind.
Pick of 8.
Running behind his lineman there. He's going to pick up 8 and bring up 2nd and 2. That's exactly what I thought they would do. And it was a good idea by Coach Stark there.
Call you the Tony Romo of high school ball right now.
At least get us some breathing room. Caden's going to run over. Coach Stark's fixing his cleat now.
Looks like we might have
They're going to take a
official timeout here. So
official
get that set up.
timeout, yep. I'm not sure. They're going to start the clock again. Caden's going to come back in with the play here. We're going to come back out in a double tight set here. Dexter's going to be to the short side of the field, Dexter Williams. We're going to run the option. He's going to give it, I believe, to Ryder Newton. He's going to be real close to the first down, but they're not going to give it to him. So Ryder's going to get about a yard and a half.
Say it looked like it was about a 2nd and 2, so that's going to update it to about a 3rd and 1 here.
3rd and 1 here. And if I'm Coach Stark, I would say our most effective play all year might just be quarterback follow or quarterback sneak.
Yeah, the quarterback sneak worked really good.
You seem to get 5 yards of carry minimum.
Yeah.
Maybe you sneak it again right here. If I'm a betting man, I think that's what we'll see.
Yep. Looks like we are actually just going to hand
off. They're going to run option, and they're going to try to push him for the first down where it's going to be a loss.
Looks like we ended up losing about 2 there.
Oh, man, that's tough there.
Yep. Kind of got a good start there, and our line pushed off well, but, we just didn't get enough for that first down. Now we got to kind of do a punt protect here to make sure that we do not let them get a safety or anything here.
So 2 offensive series by both teams, both going to end in a 3 and out. Not what I expected, to be real honest, but looking back, maybe I should expect that. I don't know that both teams. We're gonna have a new punter. Also, Caleb Hall's gonna be back to punt. It's over his head. Oh, it's gonna be a safety.
Bad snap, unfortunately.
Snap was very high. Goes over his head. He really had no chance at even trying to get a hold of the ball. So if you're Fort Scott, that's exactly what we didn't want, but thankfully it's 2 points. The game wasn't going to end 0-0, so.
Nope, but with a safety, they're going to get the ball. We're going to have to punt or drop kick off to him here.
I don't know what's in Caleb's bag, but I'm just going to guess he doesn't have a drop kick.
Nope, I think it's going to be a punt here for sure.
So it's going to be 2-0. Pittsburgh's going to lead, 8:32 to go in the first quarter.
We are going to get the camera switched over, everything like that. Sorry, we always love running the technical difficulties right before you kick off, but we're here. So
just when you think everything's good to go, we run into a problem. But we're going to get it fixed. Yep. Take care of our viewers, listeners. We'll keep you guys informed here.
Absolutely. So, defense, against Independence last week, we looked really good. That first series for Pittsburgh, we looked pretty good there too. Our offense, we kind of got to get going. And we're only down 2, so it's not too bad. We can come back out here and get a good stop here on defense and maybe get the ball back and see if we can't do some other things. I mean, when you're starting at your 4-yard line, it's pretty tough. You either got to go 96 yards for a touchdown or, we're switched over, so we're good there. But we're going to have a punt here, pretty good punt.
He's got to field it at the 20. We're going to get him wrapped up and stop there at the 25. I don't know that could have went any better.
Nope.
For us coming off a safety.
Big punt, too.
Shai Kennedy is going to be in on the tackle, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, so that's going to give Pittsburgh the ball right there about the 25-yard line. It's going to be their second series of the game. Yeah, we can. Let's move this over a little bit. Sorry if you get motion sickness, you might hear.
We're going to come out on defense here. They're going to run a motion. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Short gain. Clayton, I believe, is going to be in there on the tackle. Looks like he's going to gain about 4 yards on the carry.
We have another 2nd and 6 here for him. Again, we're filling the gaps pretty well. I mean, 4 yards on a carry is pretty good, but they got that the first series too, and we knocked it back down and just stopped and kept it going here.
They're going to come back out. Jamarcus Davis going to be back under center, one receiver to the left. Motion again. They're going to run it to their left.
Looks like they got enough for the first down.
I think he's going to gain the first.
Stopping the clock. Going to give him the first down here, move the chains.
And so, technically we've got he's listed as a running back and defensive back. So we have a running back playing quarterback. I don't even think he's not their junior quarterback because their starter is a junior. Mm-hmm. So I doubt you see a lot of passing from him.
No, but we kind of saw him. He's a lefty quarterback, so hopefully that's something that they know or they're pulling up their sleeve. But it's almost like that Spider-Man meme where we're kind of looking at the same offense on both sides, where they're running the triple option just like we do. Kind of got to
run an option to the right now. He's going to get clipped.
They're running the option, but they're running out of a different formation. They're kind of running the double tight, double wing set and motioning them right before the snap and letting it go and kind of running that triple option to the.
And I don't think you're going to, if I'm guessing, I think you're just going to keep seeing the speed option to the outside. They're just going to keep doing it. I mean, if they're breaking off 5-6 yards a carry, I doubt they go away from it, especially with a running back.
Especially with their speed.
Right
Stark brought that up in the coach's corner of how fast they really are. A lot of them are under 5 flat 40s.
They're going to come out in the same formation, motion. We're going to see the option.
Finally
to
got the pitch
left,
over to him.
Pitch this time.
Good block out there.
They're going to get another first down.
Caden Cannon did a good open field tackle there on number 3. Their running back, Landon Profit.
Our corner is going to have to fight these blocks off. There, right there, Dexter Williams is close, gets blocked, and he's going to have to
either get out there and get him to fill back inside where you got your guys at, or you're going to have to make that open field tackle out there.
So that's going to bring up a 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's going to be at their 43-yard line, our 43-yard line. He's going to be under center, take the snap motion. They're going to run the same play to the right side of the field.
Ogren almost had him right there to the outside.
There's going to be a flag on the play, it looks like. I'm going to say offsides.
It looks like it could be a hold over here. We're kind of motioning to move him back. Coach Stark is motioning to move him back over here.
We'll see what the penalty is here. Holding.
It's going to be a holding, and it is going to be on the offense. So we're going to move him back 10 yards there with that. Bring up a second down is what he just said.
And this is a spot where Coach Stark's going to have to talk about, or Coach Glades, whoever that may be, we're going to have to talk about who's got pitch, who's got quarterback, because they're going to keep running this play.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is, we kind of see that our scout team's always going to see some type of, maybe not the speed in practice, but we've practiced against this in the summer and everything to kind of see the same offense against us.
So they're going to have 2 receivers split to the far side of the field. They're going to motion, toss sweep to that side, and it is
great
blown
contain,
up.
Great fill. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Dragons here, and
Caden Cannon is setting on that. He's been watching his film this week, it looks like, because he was on the play.
Yeah, so, great hit. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 19, and this is kind of, if you're Fort Scott, this is where you want to get Pittsburgh at. You want to get in those long and manageable where you have a backup quarterback that you might have to throw the ball because the pitch isn't working anymore. We've kind of contained that.
Right. And this is, listen, they're big, fast. He is way offsides. They're a fast, physical team. We would love to get in a 14-7 game, I believe. If
they are going to drop back pass here. He's looking deep, has somebody wide open down the field.
He's going to complete the pass. Caden Cannon is right there. Caden's got to just go high point that ball and go get it.
Yep. Looks like 21 Malachi Meadows there. So big first down. Had a good ball, but it's one of those, if it's thrown up like that, you both just got to go kind of get after it and see who's the bigger man to come down with it. But that time it was the Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we're in the correct position. We've just got to be a ball hawk back there. Go get that ball before he does.
Yep.
It's kind of a jump ball. Looked like a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
Just kind of threw it up, which is what you expect with a backup quarterback. They're going to come back out. Twins to the far side of the field. He's going to run quarterback keep. Yep.
Bounce to the outside there. Gets enough. Broken tackles all the way down. Big hit there, but already got the first down.
Someone's going to be, I believe someone's down for Fort Scott there. Look like a bigger body. I'm not sure who that is there. And now we're going to see the quarterback come back in. So number 7, Christian Krogan's going to come in the game.
Davis did, is it Davis? Yep, Davis did get popped pretty good there on the sideline. I don't know if it was the same kid that is down for us right now, but, they laid the boom on him there, so he's probably got to come off for a couple because it's not looking good.
I don't know. Maybe we're just going to see a 2-quarterback system. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Let's, with this injury, looks like he's not going to be getting up, so let's take it back to the studio real quick for about 2 minutes. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. This is Dylan Duffy.
Hey, folks, Frank here, Briggs of Fort Scott. I can't believe it's that time of year again. model year-end closeout sale. The 2026s are starting to arrive, and these 2025s have to go. Shop 8 brands all in one location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, GMC, and Toyota, all deeply discounted. Rates low as 0%. Now is the time. Find all these brands in Fort Scott or at BriggsAuto.com. I'm Frank, and I'll see you on the showroom floor.
An authentic taste of Old Mexico in the heart of Fort Scott. That's La Hacienda, the finest Mexican cuisine served fresh, hot, and made to order. Plus, who doesn't love the free basket of homemade chips and La Hacienda's fresh salsa? Get your favorite La Hacienda meal through dine-in, curbside pickup, or delivery. See their full menu at LaHaciendaFortScott.com. La Hacienda, an authentic taste of Mexico in the heart of downtown Fort Scott, 24 North Main. Proud to support the Fort Scott Tigers. And Norris Heating and Air Conditioning, they strive to provide the most thorough diagnosis of your heating and air conditioning system by utilizing the most up-to-date diagnostic tools as well as attending product-specific training so they can get you back up and running as fast and economical as possible. If a system replacement is required, rest assured you will receive an installation of your new equipment that is second to none with factory-trained and approved startup with a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Call Norris Heating and Air Conditioning now at 223-5990 for your hometown comfort connection.
Peerless Products offers health insurance with an employee-only premium as low as $10 per week. Company-funded health savings account, company-funded life insurance for employees and their immediate families, profit sharing and 401k match. Peerless employees enjoy fresh fruit daily, earned paid sick time, and vacation time that's immediately available, and the knowledge that their weekends will be theirs to enjoy. Apply in person or online at peerlessproducts.com. Peerless Products is an equal opportunity employer that puts their people first.
And we are back here at Hutchinson Stadium in Pittsburg, Kansas, and it looked like to be Ryder Newton on the injury there. We're going to hope everything's all right, but that's going to bring us right back into it. 4:30 left in the game in the first quarter here. Pittsburgh is up 2-0.
They're going to come out, Twins to the far side of the field. We're going to have Krogan back under center, who we thought would be their starting quarterback. Motion, he's going to take it, run QB, keep kind of over the right side there. Going to have a late fumble, but they're going to say he was down. Looks like he's going to have about, I'm going to say 5 on the carry there. So going to bring up maybe we'll say 4 there. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
And, yeah, so it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Dragons here, and we do apologize. You can't see the reflection, but it's kind of we're through a plexiglass, so it's not the huddle cam that we get at home and all that fun stuff either.
We're going to come back out. We're going to have the other quarterback. Davis is going to be back in. He's going to go motion, toss, sweep to the left side. He's going to get brought down just short of the goal line there. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a first down.
Enough for a first down, yeah. It looked like they had about a yard to go there.
Nope, they're going to call it 3rd down.
Okay.
It's hard to see from where we're at.
3rd and 1.
It's like 3rd and 1. Boy, you'd sure love to get, surely we're in 4-down territory. I don't think they're kicking it from here. They're going forward either time, but you'd sure like to make them have to go forward on 4th down if you're the Tigers here.
Mm-hmm. Make them snap the ball. That's kind of high school football. Just make them make that next snap. You never know.
Davis is going to stay in the quarterback. We got a single receiver to the right side. Motion, inside handoff, and he's going to score for the Purple Dragons.
Touchdown.
Looks like Malcolm Riley, 6'1", 195, senior for Pittsburgh, is going to run it in from the 2-3 yard line there. They're going to come out in PAT formation. I do think they have a dedicated kicker, kind of like Caleb is for us. Armando Rieda.
He's pretty big for a kicker as well.
6'2", 265-pound kicker. He's a big kid.
Looks like they're waiting on another player to get out here, number 15, for them coming running in a little bit late for Pittsburgh.
So they're going to get set, still have 10 seconds on the play clock. They got plenty of time. Snaps a little low. It's up and good.
Right through.
So it's going to be 9-0 Pittsburgh. We've got 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
You listen to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV. We do want to thank all the sports boosters that make this possible with the broadcast. A few of those right now. We got Atkins Insurance, Billard Hammer Hartman Insurance, Inc., Bourbon County Cars, Brick Street Barbecue, Casper Enterprises, City State Bank, Designer Florist by Seacan, Dill Bainwert Bolton CPA PA, Dotary Insurance, D&Z Overhead Doors, Farm Brew Financial Services Todd Schmidt, Fort Scott Livestock, and FSCC. So, we had them trailed back there with the second and I believe 19, third and 19, and they just made a good ball. But it's one of those you can kind of look at the small things, and if we just go up and get that ball when it's in the air, that 50-50 ball, it might be a different story right now.
And we've kind of had that problem, it seems like, on the year. You don't want to be, I don't want to be too critical, but just to keep it honest, we've got to be a little bit more of a ball hawk with our defensive backs. Don't wait until, it's up in there. Go get it. Go take the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Want the ball. So Pittsburgh's going to tee it up here to kick off.
From the 40 here for Pittsburgh.
We are going to have, looks like Gavin Miles is going to be deep to receive. He's going to kind of a little squib down the middle.
Got down here the 35-yard line, number 28 for us. Do not have him on the roster as well.
Some of these numbers, I think that's actually going to be a freshman. Kyler Keating is going to receive that kick. He was kind of the up man there.
So, on this drive, you want to see some better, we're not backed up into our own red zone, 4-yard line and all that. We actually have a chance here to maybe drive the ball, work on some other things, good snaps, great passes here, and see if we can get it down the field a little bit. We do have Cannon under center. 2 running backs to the backfield. This is going to be a give up to Creed up in the middle for about a gain of 3 yards, maybe 2 yards here.
I think they're going to give him, looks like 3 there.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Tigers here.
And we're going to probably see the same thing from us. We're going to run the option. That's what we do. Look like number 32. We had a freshman in the game there, running back. We do want to say that was Ryder Newton that was injured on the sideline. It looked like something wrong with his arm. I hate to say it's serious, but it looked serious.
He was down for quite a bit, and if you know Ryder, he's going to get back. We're going to
run counter there. Another good gain on 2nd down.
Paxton just runs the ball hard every time he gets it, and that's basically what he did there. He was kind of stood up almost right there at the line of scrimmage and still just kept pushing to gain about another 2 yards. Looks like going to bring up a 2nd and, I'd probably say about a 5 here.
And their linemen are big. They're big, athletic kids, but they do kind of play with high pad level right there. Our pulling guard on that counter from the other side gets their defensive end kicked out just kind of in time. So we're going to have 3rd and 4 here. Caden's going to be under center. We're going to run quarterback keep over the left side.
He gets up the middle.
Break it a little bit loose, still going. Takes 4 or 5 tacklers there.
That'll be enough for a Tiger first down right here at the 50-yard line.
Great job by Caden Cannon there.
Yep, so that's a good set. We got a first down there on our second drive of the game here. Still minute 28 left to go in the first quarter. And, just keep on moving it down the field. Our line has shown up tonight. They're pushing them back a little bit, too, even as big as they are.
Right. And I think score here would be great. If we can get to the 4th quarter and it's a 7-point game, I love our chances.
Absolutely. It's going to be a dogfight. That's Fort Scott Pittsburgh football. No matter what the scoreboard says, it's going to be hard hitting at all times.
We're going to run counter again here to Creed Clayton over the left side. He's only going to get a couple, looks like, on the carry.
That's the thing you do like to see is that the Tigers, doesn't matter who's in the backfield. Unfortunately, Ryder did go down. Kieran Kegler has been playing a little bit, but, all of our running backs are running hard. If they get that chance to tote the rock, they're going to be hitting the line of scrimmage as hard as they can to make sure they're getting up there as many yards as they can before they get taken down.
Caden's going to run the playback in here. They're going to break the huddle.
30 seconds left on the game clock. 10 about on the play clock here.
They're going to be split back. Caden's going to drop back to pass here.
Pass tonight. Ogren wide open over the middle.
He breaks a couple tackles. He is running hard. He's going to be hit at about the, let's call it the 42 there, and he's going to carry those guys. another 5-6 yards.
And, that's something we probably really hadn't seen the first 3 games is just somebody kind of flashing over the middle without somebody trailing on them. So that was good to kind of flow that in there on the offensive coordinator side to have them wide open there to be streaking.
That's what we need because, I mean, the hard truth is we had no completions last game. No passing offense, literally none.
Yep.
And when they see that on film, we both know they're going to pack the box. They're just going to key the run. And if we can hit a couple passes there, make them play honest defense, that's the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. It's going to be Pittsburgh 9. Fort Scott is driving, but they currently are at 0. So we'll take it back to the studio for about a 2-minute delay. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube.
Hey, folks, Frank here, Briggs of Fort Scott. I can't believe it's that time of year again. Model year-end closeout sale. The 2026s are starting to arrive. These 2025s have to go. Shop 8 brands all in one location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevy, GMC, and Toyota. All deeply discounted. Rates low as 0%. Now is the time. Find all these brands at Fort Scott or at BriggsAuto.com. I'm Frank. I'll see you on the show.
Tiger fans, it's Woody and the team from Hometown Pub. We want to wish all the Big Red teams a great season. Stop by Hometown Pub at 206 North National Avenue all year long to talk Tiger news. Check out our Facebook page at Hometown Pub for weekly specials. Go Big Red.
Your taste buds know the drill. It's Sonic Drive-In time. With our 100% pure beef burgers, pork tender sandwich, and fresh ingredients, you're always the star player. Round off the game with delightful desserts and thirst-quenching drinks, all customized just for you. Sign up for text alerts at SonicDriveIn.com for exclusive deals and news. Join Sonic of Fort Scott at 1708 South National, where every season is a flavor season. Sonic Drive-In, in the heart of Tiger Country.
Hi, folks. This is Brian from Union State Bank. We would like to use this time to give a friendly reminder that Union State Bank, we offer a number of services.
We're back here with the third play of the game. Creed does get hit in the backfield a little bit, and they end up dragging him down.
Pittsburgh's going to send a double blitz there and get home with it. First play of the game, first play of the second quarter there, we ran kind of an option to the right. Didn't get anything, and so now we're going to be in 3rd and 15. This is where you hope if Caden completes that first pass, he's maybe get a little bit of confidence.
For sure. And, he can kind of show it off here a little bit for us. That will bring up a 3rd and 15 here. Not where you want to be if you're Fort Scott, but
single receiver, Dexter Williams, going to be split to the left. Cannon under center. He's going to drop back. We're going to run a screen here to
Creed. Is wide open. We get some blockers out there we could run here. Creed is going to get the first down and more.
Keep going. He's going to step out of bounds. They're going to say he's out at the about the 18-yard line.
Kind of let the game go for a while there for him to be stepping out there because he got
they blew the whistle at about the 12.
I don't know how he got down to there, but
great play call right there. If you're Coach Stark, they run the screen there, and Pittsburgh had sent the house. So great downfield blocks, great execution by Caden Cannon, and a great run there by Creed and Clayton. We're right back in it. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Caden under center takes a snap. They're going to run counter with Paxton Allen.
Man, just arm tackles does not bring that kid down. It's going to take one or two of you if you're going to try to wrap up high. It was a hard-fought yard, but he did only gain about a yard there. That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for your Tigers. If I can get the thing to set up. Still in the huddle. We got about 20 seconds left here on the play clock, so they're kind of taking their time like we talked about. They want to control the line of scrimmage, but they also want to control possession if they can.
Caden's going to come back under center here, split receiver to the right. He's going to drop back, run quarterback keep. Not going to get much. Maybe he gets back to the line of scrimmage or a short gain, maybe a half yard. Looked like we kind of wanted to run like quarterback quick option there to the right side.
Yep.
Didn't work. It looked almost like Caden thought about pitching it too late. I'm glad he held on to the ball instead of
Yeah.
Not a great place where you want to do that.
And this is kind of one of those games that we're going to be a little bit more apt to go inside because we don't have the speed that they're going to have if they catch us on the outside, but we definitely want to get up the middle. But Caden's back under center, looking to pass. Little quick move there, double move, got him in the end zone.
That is a touchdown.
With a flag.
We're going to see a flag. He's going to call it a touchdown, though.
And it looks like.
Big catch by Dexter Williams. Are they going to call PI on us?
Pass interference on defense, so we will decline that, and it'll be a touchdown.
Tigers, it stands. And they run a little double move there and out and up. Caden puts a great throw on Dexter Williams. He goes up and gets it.
That's a big thing to have a big wide receiver like that on both sides of the ball to be able to throw it. But, this week so far, Cannon's 3 passes have been completions and touchdown for one of them.
He looks like a new man, and Coach Starks told us he practices great. He throws the ball great in practice. And so maybe it kicks up.
And just
squeaks it
there.
Through. Caleb Hall is good for the PAT.
So, just that first drive safety is the only thing that's changing this game up right now. It is Pittsburgh 9 and Fort Scott 7 at 9:04 left here in the second quarter. And, that's a drive you wanted. They went down and scored, and it seems like, the first possession for us, we were backed up a little bit, unfortunately, too far. But right there, we get the ball at a decent spot on the field, and we're able to move it down methodically and score on you.
Yeah, that's what you want. And listen, if we're being completely honest, not very many people giving us a chance to win this week. But I'm telling you, if you can keep it close, it's a rivalry game. It's no different than KU, K-State, KU, Mizzou, OU, Texas, whatever.
Yeah.
Throw it all out the window
because
you get superpowers when you're playing your rival.
Exactly.
It's just the way it is. And if we can keep this ball game close.
Just stay close and good things happen to you.
I like our chances. Like Coach Stark was saying, he tells us kind of keys to victory before the games, and he said he'll take execution over talent every day of the week. If we play hard and we execute, which we're doing right now, anything can happen.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that it's Pittsburgh, Fort Scott. There has been some blowouts in the rivalry, but there's also been some really close games, I think.
Caleb Hall's going to have a good kick there. He's going to be caught by the up man, and the ball's on the ground.
And he just has to.
He barely falls on it in time.
Really, he caught that about the 20 and then took 2 steps, bobbled it, and dropped it down to the 30. So they got about 10 yards on a return, but most of it was ball on the ground, and that's things that
hit him in the chest and bounced right off his shoulder pads there.
Being over here on Pittsburgh's sideline and seeing kind of their players and their coaches, they're kind of just shaking their head like, everything's going wrong for us, and that's the stuff that the Tigers got to capitalize on here.
We're going to see Davis back at quarterback. So I think it'll kind of be we're going to see a split system maybe all night long. He's going to be set here under center, motion to the left, quick pitch to the right side. They're going to bring him down for a short gain. He might get 3 on the carry. Clayton, I believe, is going to bring him down on the tackle.
And this is
Aiden Ogren, correction.
Yeah. This is one of those offenses that they're kind of running. I ran it in high school a lot. You don't go a lot on second count. Once you get that motion going, you kind of know the ball's about to snap. So it's the thing that, we can kind of key on there to really see when the ball's going to be snapped and kind of pursue the lanes.
If you're a D lineman, sure, you know when it's coming.
For sure. And the biggest thing is you do got to stay home because that counter play can hit big if you can kind of key on the motion guy.
Looks like we're going to line up in under center motion to the other side now. He's going to drop back to pass.
Has him down the middle of the field.
That's going to be intercepted by Caden Cannon. He's going to run back here.
Hold the ball down, gets down right there. So that's about a return of about 7 yards. But
that's what we needed right there. That's the difference in the game.
That's the Caden Cannon we've honestly been waiting on. To do it all guy, quarterback and safety up there, now has a touchdown on the night and an interception. So now he gets to take the gloves off, come back out here and play quarterback for us.
And you wonder, surely they have the Davis kid in at quarterback because he's a good runner. But he kind of threw it up for grabs there a little bit. Caden's coming across, so maybe he doesn't see him. And that's part of the issue if you don't have, your quarterback that's maybe been your starter or your projected starter all summer. So great play by the Tigers here. We're going to take over at their 45. Caden's going to drop back, hand it off. Creed Clayton's going to break one loose here.
Baby. It's going to be good enough for a first down, and Creed's getting up and letting them know a little bit.
Creed Clayton plays with a lot of passion. He's normally the most excited kid on the field. Big gain there.
Mind you of a little scataboo action there for the Giants. You know, he's going to run through you, around you, or whatever he can do, but he's going to get up. And
he's fun to watch.
Absolutely. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line with about 7:48 and counting here in the game.
Tigers are down by 2 there, 7-9 due to a safety if you just got with us. Caden's going to come back out under center, receiver to each side. They're going to send the house. We're going to hand it back off to Creed, and they got home with it. Boy, we've got to get the blitzes picked up with our interior offensive linemen. They're kind of putting 2 linebackers on each side of the center, and we're just not picking it up. If we can pick it up and get it stopped, there's nobody to stop us.
Yeah.
Once Creed
get to that second level, you're gone.
Exactly right.
It's going to bring about a 2nd and 13 here for the Tigers. 7:10 and the clock's still running. Tigers are in the huddle right now. Coming out in our normal formation, Cannon under center. So I've got Paxton and Creed deep in the backfield, and then we got Marlowe. Ball snapped, a little quarterback keeper. Running hard. Gets the lost yardages and a couple more back. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Tigers here.
I thought he got a little bit further than that. It seemed like the far side official that's giving us our line here for both sides of the ball, Pittsburg and Fort Scott, seems like he's a yard or so shallow every time. But,
yeah.
And like we talked about before, if there's one thing that Coach Latt knows on the Pittsburgh sideline is defense. He's calling their defense tonight.
Yep. You see him kind of down
he's
here
doing the hand blitzes. He's aggressive.
Yeah.
So
he makes the athletes play, you know. So Cannon back under center here. Got doubles on our side, looking to pass. Ball going up, a little jump ball again for us over here.
Oh,
they do come down with it, but they are going to be down right at the 1-yard line. So was a kind of 50-50 ball, and our guy kind of kept going, and their center or their safety undercut us, kind of like Cannon just did on our interception. But good news is maybe we can get that safety back. We got him right there on the 1, so we can key up on this and get it right back. That's going to bring up a 1st and 10 on the 1-yard line for Pittsburgh.
Yep. And this is a spot where if you're Coach Glades, do you bring the house? We're going to see a switch from Pittsburgh here back to their starting quarterback that we thought we would see, Christian Krogan. He's a 6'1", 165-pound junior. You'd love to get a safety here. I mean, no better opportunity to tie up this game.
Yep, for sure.
They're going to be under center, 2 receivers split. Looks like we're going to bring at least 2 linebackers.
This might be where they ran a different thing to where they couldn't, you know.
He's going to get a couple yards, little breathing room, going to get it to about the 4.
Good thing there is it looked like they kind of did do a hard count, and we didn't jump off sides, so that's obviously another big thing for us from last week, But that's, like I said, one thing we see up here, they didn't run the motion there. They kind of ran out of a different formation, and that's something that we can probably see this coming, that they're not going to be running a.
And it's a little tougher, you know, if you're them to run that motion when you're there. You definitely don't want to get backed up.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like the same formation that we're going to see from Pittsburgh right now. They're going to have 2nd and 7 from their 3-yard line. They're going to run inside and run again. Looks like we're going to bring him down.
Should be back
I
down
think
to
he's either
the
going to be
original line
at
of
the
scrimmage.
1. We're going to be real close to a safety there. Great play by Drayden Marlowe. Wraps him up. Drayden is a big kid. If he can kind of unleash his potential.
Yes. You know, a transfer, well, not a transfer per se, but, you know, that moved in from Uniontown. His mom is a 5th grade teacher here at the high school, and so they all came over, the Marlows did, to Fort Scott, and we're happy to have him. And, you know, from what I was told, he just started playing football even just last year, so this is really only his, 2nd year in football.
I think he's played football. But, hey, it's a big difference from 1A to 4A football.
Exactly.
But he's
getting there.
He's been right there, yeah. He looks the part on the field, too. Boy, he looks like a specimen. We've got a single receiver split to the far side. They're going to run outside run here.
Looks like they ended up giving it to the fullback there, and they gained about,
let's say, him up. That's going to bring up 4th and 6, 4th and 7.
Kind of right where we were at when we got the safety with the bad snap. So, you know, obviously they're probably.
I mean, right now we're going to send
punt here,
We're going to send Dexter Williams deep to return, but if I'm the coach, let it go.
I think you
send him.
I get one back there, maybe fair catching, because if high school football, they're not going to have somebody that's going to maybe boot it to the 50, so you want to kind of get it there and not let it roll out 20 yards.
I'm not a special teams coach, but I don't even know if I would have put anybody deep.
I think I'm putting everybody on the line at least to run it up there. It's going to be a punt block with a safe protect. It's going to be a bad snap, but he does get it off and has a great kick. We're going to have a chance to return, but he does fair catch it, muffs it, and
Dexter's
gets back on top
the ball
of it.
Smartly.
Yes.
We'll take that because if he doesn't try to catch it, it's probably still rolling.
Yes, yeah, so that would have turned into a big punt because that was out of the back of their end zone. So that looks like it netted about 63 yards, I think, with the punt.
One thing Pittsburgh always seems to have, a great place kicker, great punter.
And, that's kind of I would, don't want to dwell on it too much, but that's the 5A thing. You've got so many more kids to kind of pick from to, you got one or two athletes at each position if you need them.
Yep, we're going to come out on offense from our 45-yard line. Caden's going to be under center with a receiver split to the right. He's going to hand it off here to Paxton Allen.
Gets popped but keeps on running. Takes about three of them to tackle us there.
Tough yards there. Look like he's going to get, say, 4 yards on the carry. Maybe 3. Looks like they're going to give him 3, bring him 2nd and 7. So, you'd love to be able to – this is where it'd be nice to switch it up, 2nd down. If you're second manageable like this, you can run a little play action here, see if you can catch them off guard.
Yeah, you don't want to always make it 3rd downs you're passing down or anything like that. Like, if you can sneak it in here on 2nd down, it's something big.
He's going to drop back, hand it off to Cregan Clayton.
Gets hit at the hole, but does go forward for a positive gain before getting pushed down.
Listen, we'll take 4 yards to carry every time.
3rd and 3's, it's a lot easier to figure out than it is, 3rd and 13 or anything like that. So,
this is manageable here.
And, we can have that tight end cross play that we discussed. We can, run it up the middle if we're on our side of the 50 here. And it's kind of one of those you're about in that territory where if you don't want to pin them all the way deep, you do have an opportunity. It's 2-down territory here.
Right. We're going to have 2 receivers split to the far side of the field. Caden's going to run quarterback sneak here, and he's going to break loose.
And he might be gone.
Cannon's loose. He's at the 25 to 20, and they're going to bring him down. Great job by Caden Cannon there.
One of those kind of just ran behind his blockers, hid, and then once he found that hole, he just took off. And that's the thing is they didn't have a nose, or they did have a nose, but he shaded the center to one side, and that tells you, hey, I'm going right up the other side.
Good job by Caden. You got to when you're quarterback there, you got to kind of pick a side and go. And so, great job there. We run quarterback sneak just to try to get in, I'm sure, at least 4th and short, and he breaks it off for 25, 30 yards.
Yep. Caden's back under center here. Looking at a quick pitch. Ball's on the ground. We do just have to hop on it, make there. So that's going to be about a loss of a 5. Paxton Allen smartly gets on it. He might have been able to pick it up, but it's one of those high-risk, high-reward situations. Just get on the ball, snap it again the next time down.
So that's a tough play. That's what you didn't want. You break off a great run, and then we put ourselves in a tough position. Now we're in 2nd and long.
And I do have a tip here that we are in about Caleb Hall's territory. So with the clock still running down to about 1:30, we might finally get to see our first field goal of the week. But I think we just, kind of keep control of the ball here, control the clock, and see what we can do.
We're going to be in 2nd and 15. We're going to hand it off over the right side. He's only going to gain 3-4 yards on that.
So with that, it's going to bring up 3rd and 12 is what I'm going to give him here. So, clock's still running. Both of us have all 3 of our timeouts down to 1:10. So I think it's kind of one of those.
I don't think you'll see Fort Scott call a timeout here. This is what we wanted. If you're telling us we're going into halftime with
the chance at a 1-point lead or 2-point
we will
down
take
2,
it.
especially on their homecoming. They're hyped here, and we're giving them all that they can handle right now.
We've got 3 receivers, 2 split to the right, Marlowe to the left. We're going to bleed the clock here. I would say we're going to see a run here and then make them call a timeout. If he's going to run draw to Paxton Allen. He cuts loose.
The middle.
He's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a great move. Looked like we were going to go back past. They kind of took their eyes in the backfield, and we just ran it right up the middle.
Absolutely. Tigers are going to take the lead here at Hutchinson Field, and you can hear a pin drop on Pittsburgh sideline right now. I mean, no one's moving. They look like their dog just died. Just about all of them. So great play by Paxton Allen and great call by Coach Stark there.
Great call by you as well too. That was a good one.
I mean, it is sad feeling over here.
Yes, Caleb Hall lining up for the PAT. Good snap, good hold. Does get it up. They do blow it
booted
dead,
that
though. Maybe it's offside, so, it's kind of one of those things here.
Yeah, I say go for 2.
Yeah, that's where you run everybody back out there.
You get those two. They're going to go for it and get their 2 back.
Hollies, yeah.
We've got all the momentum in the world going into halftime right here, so they're going to put us on the half-yard line. We're going to –
I bet I know what we're going to see here.
Yeah. You don't think it could be quarterback keep, do you?
I do. I mean, that play might be –
It is a little tougher on the goal line, but, hey, it's just like –
worked for us
it's
last
the tush
week.
push.
Yeah.
Push them in. It's what we saw in Paola week 1. They just kept pushing him.
You hit the key word there. I think you might be seeing something along those lines of not just a quarterback keep.
Pittsburgh's going to take a timeout here.
Smartly.
Even their players on the sideline, I mean, they're shook. So
we'll take a quick 30-second break here. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. I'm Dylan Duffy with Aaron Judy.
Fort Scott Jungle has tigers galore with ferocious appetite for more. That's why all the tigers fill their belly at Marsh's Deli, located at 6 West 18th Street. It's the tradition of every game day to ensure the winning way of play. It's easy to score a big food win with deliveries, carry-out, or even dine-in. Marsh's Deli welcomes call-in orders too. You can call us at 620-223-6432. All tigers know that Marsh's Deli is where you fill your belly.
Back here in Hutchinson Field, they do try to run a couple little tush push here. They're looking, no signal.
We're going to get in. The 2-point conversion is good for Fort Scott. We're going to get our 2 points back there. And that's going to be Fort Scott leading the game 15-9, 37 seconds before halftime. Absolutely perfect if you're Coach Stark there. That's what you want. You take all the momentum into half. I mean, it's a dogfight.
For sure.
I honestly think that they probably overlooked us a little bit. Fort Scott's supposed to be – you hear people talk about we're in a down year.
Yeah, we're rebuilding. Yeah.
Hey.
But, it's kind of one of those things. One, it's independent or not, Pittsburgh not being in the SEK in football anymore, that it doesn't change anything. It's still a rivalry game on top of that, and it's high school kids. If you're going to tell high school kids that they don't have a chance going into a game, you're probably going to have some – pardon my language, some pissed off high school kids that are going to make sure that they stick in the game as long as they can.
We apologize for the score.
Yep, we'll get that changed.
On the screen, it's wrong, but we're going to get it changed. We're trying to run the camera, commentate, not get too excited, not do anything stupid in the glass.
Yeah,
in our reflection.
In our reflection, yeah.
And Dylan's trying to run the scoreboard too, so just a lot to do here. But what a first half by the Fort Scott Tigers. They lead 15-9. And Caleb Hall is going to be teed up here to kick off.
About 37 seconds left here in the first half.
He's going to kick it right at the front line, and probably a smart decision.
So the only bad thing about that to me is that they do get pretty good field position here. That's kind of one of those maybe you have all the momentum in the world, just try to kick it deep a little bit and go into halftime with this 6-point lead here. But 36 seconds left, ball on the 45.5-yard line here, and Pittsburgh's going to take over. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons here. 36 seconds left to go.
We're going to see.
Looks like Davis is back under center here. They're going to roll
out. Left-handed.
A little over the top. It's going to be an incomplete pass there. So it's going to bring up. Clock's going to stop at 31 seconds with the incomplete pass.
Homecoming, and if you could see the crowd here, if we could paint the picture, there's not an empty seat on Fort Scott's side. There's not an empty seat on Pittsburgh's side, and the track
is packed. Yes.
This feels like 2000s, 1990s Pittsburgh versus Fort Scott.
Yep.
On the field with the stands, it's a great night of high school football here.
Absolutely. Davis going to be back under center. Doubles over here to their side of the sideline. Ball's going to be snapped. Rolling out to his opposite hand again. Looking. Going to tuck it down to the 50, about the 48-yard line to get out of bounds. 25 seconds left on the clock. So, we talked about their kicker, and that's one of the things that.
Surely he's not got to.
No, but, I mean, it's one of those they probably need about another.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably good from anything in the 30s maybe. You don't know, but they're going to come back under center here. He's going to run it. He's going to pitch it late. He's going to get out of bounds there at about the 40-yard line.
It's going to be enough for their first down as well.
20 seconds left here. You try to keep him back far enough that he can't heave it into the end zone there. Maybe you don't want another. If anybody watched the Nebraska game last week, and that's what you don't want to do at halftime.
Yeah, but that he can probably throw it about 40 yards. It's going to be a jump ball, but it's one of those we just got to work on it, make sure that we bat it down if we get to that point. But we got to stop him here in all faucets as well. We're going to blow that dead before it starts. But
they're going to have a ton offsides on Pittsburgh there, so we're going to scoot them back 5.
And 2 seconds did come off the clock there, so that's going to bring us a 1st and 5 for them.
We're going to be 18 seconds.
First and 15, not 1st and 5.
Again, if you're listening to us on the radio, we start the game 3 and out for Pittsburgh. We get the ball, have some decent plays.
Right on the 4-yard line,
3 and out. We get backed up a little bit. We snap it out of the back of the end zone, give them 2 points, and then we come back, score.
No, they score.
They go up 9-0. That's right. And to Fort Scott's credit, no one flinched.
No one wavered. Nothing. That's the biggest thing that Stark was really wanting to work on with these boys is their mental capacity, their mental stamina. That hey, you might get down. Bad things happen, but we got to make sure that we learn from those and continue growing.
Yep.
And we're seeing that in week 4 of the young season so far.
We come back from the safety. They score a touchdown. We come back. Caden Cannon throws a touchdown pass to Dexter Williams in the corner of the end zone. And it's 7-9, and then right there we just basically line up and run it down their throat.
Yeah.
And we score on a quarterback keep, I believe, there. Either way, and then they jump, we go for 2, and we get our 2 points back. So we're going to have 18 seconds here. Davis is going to be under center. He's going to snap it and drop back. They're going to run a little swing pass here to the left side.
Looks like
Aiden Ogren
bounds. Don't know where they're
no late hits, nothing stupid here.
No, we don't want anything like that. But, the whistle is kind of hard to hear up here. But it's going to bring up 13 seconds as he got out of bounds there. We're going to fix the clock on that side.
Again, too, we're doing better on the camera. We know I'm getting all kinds of texts. We know if you're watching on YouTube, our reflections in the glass, there's nothing we can do about it. If we sit down, we can't see anything.
And we both know that we have a face for radio. We shouldn't be reflections.
You don't want to see us. I don't want to see myself in the reflection, but there's just nothing we can do
The
here.
plexiglass is just kind of the things that you're going to have in high school sports. If you're not on the huddle like we are at home, the big thing about that camera is it's outside of the press box, so you can see everything on the field, and it tracks the ball for you. So
right. So if I get laid down on the camera here, I'm going to do my absolute best here. I can promise you I'm better than I was week 1 of trying to do both. But we thought about bringing a camera person, but there is zero chance. We're in about a 2x2 square here.
You're muscular, I'm big-bodied. We're pretty much stuck here to fit into it. But
so
it's going to be a 2nd and 9 for the Purple Dragons here with 13 seconds left. I think it's enough for one more play and then a heave or a field goal, depending on how far they think their kicker can kick here. But they're going to be lined up. Davis under center, doubles out to our sideline here. He's going to roll out to his dominant hand. Looking up the field. He's going to just tuck it, just get out of bounds. Fumbles the ball inside. We do recover. He did not actually get out of bounds there, so we have the ball with 4 seconds left.
Right now, it seems like everything that could go right for Fort Scott is going right, and everything that could go wrong for the Purple Dragons is going wrong.
Yeah, and it is on their home field, and it's one of those things that's what you want if you're Fort Scott. Everything is going right.
Absolutely.
And, my guess is we're not going to do anything crazy here. Probably just kneel it, take it in halftime with a 6-point lead, and that's about everything that you want.
Looks like our student section, I think, did they bring a pep bus tonight?
Yes, the pep bus was
They're
alive
deep
and
over
well.
there. It looks like blackout. I would say we're just going to be in.
Yeah, we're going to
take a knee here.
Knee here to get out of the first half and everything that you want. If you're a Fort Scott Tiger or a Fort Scott Tiger fan, that's going to take us to halftime with Fort Scott 15, Pittsburgh 9. You are listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. We'll be right back with the Sharkies Pub and Grub halftime show after this break.
Are you hungry?
Sharkies.
Are you thirsty?
Sharkies.
Looking for fun?
Sharkies.
Our kitchen is open late, and we source local produce. Plus, we have catering, a private room for an event. Catch Jayhawks, Chiefs, K-State, and all the NFL games on our TV screens. Here at Sharkies, we strive to support our community by participating in events that give back to your community. We are a family-owned business that is run by local people for local people.
Sharkies.
Casper Enterprises LLC is a full-service general contractor providing both commercial and residential new construction and remodeling, as well as boat dock fabrication and repair. 3 generations strong, we have over 50 years combined experience in the industry. Call Bo for all your construction needs. Proud supporter of all of our Fort Scott Tigers. Go Tigers!
The Fort Scott jungle has tigers galore, with ferocious appetites for more. That's why all the tigers fill their belly at Marsh's Deli, located at 6 West 18th Street. It's the tradition of every game day to ensure the winning way of play. It's easy to score a big food win with deliveries, carry-out, or even dine-in. Marsh's Deli welcomes call-in orders too. You can call us at 620-223-6432. All tigers know that Marsh's Deli is where you fill your belly.
Since 1921, Billiard Hammer Hartman Insurance has been a staple in the community, meeting the needs of our area residents. We handle many types of insurance from auto, home, farm, motorcycle, ATV, watercraft, as well as many aspects of your business needs. We are a proud supporter of sports in our local area, schools, and our athletes. Give us a call, 620-223-2970, or stop by our office. We're located at 20 South National in beautiful downtown Fort Scott, Kansas.
You feel like you're caught somewhere between who you are and who you want to be. Consider attending classes at Fort Scott Community College. Whether you're interested in advancing your education experience or moving from learning to earning as quickly as possible, one of Fort Scott's almost 40 different programs will fit your needs and move you towards the person you hope to become. Please visit fortscott.edu. Click the big Apply Now button and set yourself on a path to becoming the person you always hoped.
All your favorite classics in one order. Dive into Dairy Queen's $7 meal deal, or the original cheeseburger, or the 3-piece chicken strip meal deal. Each meal comes with crispy fries, a 21-ounce drink, and a classic sundae. Hungry for more? Upgrade to a small blizzard for just $2 extra. Rush to your local Fort Scott DQ Grill and Chill, or order via the DQ app to grab this unbeatable deal today. Don't miss out. Treat yourself to the classics at Dairy Queen.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Cale Nelson here in Fort Scott can switch you over so you can start saving today. We are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Cale Nelson serving Bourbon and Lynn counties, it's easy to switch and save. Just give me a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
An authentic taste of old Mexico in the heart of Fort Scott. That's La Hacienda, the finest Mexican cuisine, served fresh, hot, and made to order. Plus, who doesn't love the free basket of homemade chips and La Hacienda's fresh salsa? Get your favorite La Hacienda meal through dine-in, curbside pickup, or delivery. See their full menu at LaHaciendaFortScott.com. La Hacienda, an authentic taste of Mexico in the heart of downtown Fort Scott, 24 North Main. Proud to support the Fort Scott Tigers.
There's a lot to be said about home field advantage, whether we're talking about football or business. There is a comfort level in knowing your surroundings and the people you are dealing with. Our staff members at Cheney-Witt Chapel are all Fort Scott High School and Fort Scott Community College alumni. So whether we say go Tigers or Greyhounds, we really mean it. Cheney-Witt Chapel, we're here when you need us. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Cheney-Witt Memorial Chapel is built on the tradition of care.
And we are back here at Hutchinson Field in Pittsburg, Kansas, and thank you for coming to the halftime show presented by Sharky's Pub and Grub. Big thanks to Sharky's for supporting Tiger football. And if you're ever in Fort Scott, stop by downtown Fort Scott for great food, cold drinks, and the best atmosphere in town. And that outside bar at Sharky's is really nice. If it's, get into fall, it's going to be a nice place to hang out at. But getting into that, let's talk about the first half here for the Tigers. Not saying we're surprised because we knew the boys were going to come out and play a little bit, but if you told us we were up by 6 in the first half, I would have told you that we were doing some really good things. And with that, momentum swings. They kind of came out to that 9-0 lead there at the start, and then we've scored 15 unanswered since then.
Yeah, and that's part of when we talked to Coach Stark after every game. We talked to him during the week, and our problem has been almost like we don't want to fight back until the fourth quarter, late in the third quarter. And he's been preaching to the kids, you're going to get punched. You got to get back up and fight back now. You can't wait.
Yeah.
And so finally it feels like tonight, you get the added momentum from just being in this rivalry. You want to beat Pittsburgh. Listen, we haven't beat Pittsburgh since what did we talk about, 2012?
Our Coach Stark's senior year.
Absolutely, and we say it's a rivalry, but
yeah.
I talked to Dylan about this earlier today when we were going over our notes and stuff. I don't know if you can't call it a rivalry unless both teams win sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of turned into one of those that they've had the upper hand. There's been close games, so it's always going to be that. We didn't play them in 2020, but it's one of those things that you're always going to get up for Pitt, and normally, as of late, it's been more we're down at these points and we're trying to figure out how to fight back early. But going into halftime with that lead there, I mean that's obviously probably what stood out to both of us here in the first half. But coming off Independence, 377 rushing yards. We haven't really missed a beat. We've had some great passes, but besides that, our run game, we've hit the holes hard, and we're looking as strong as we were last week.
Absolutely, and you hate to see Ryder Newton get hurt there because he's a great offensive and maybe even a better defensive player, but they're picking up the slack. The other running backs, and we've talked about that all year. Sometimes it's a problem almost to have 3 or 4 running backs because they got to split time. There's maybe fighting, everyone wants to shine, and we don't really see that. Everyone's just ready when their number is called. And this is the time when it shines. You never know who's going to get hurt, who's going to go down, when you're going to have to step up.
Absolutely. And, with Ryder going down, I mean, it does help having that kind of that third backpacks down who's been in the games and running hard even before this week, that it's not, oh, crap, I got to go in now. He's carried his momentum into these games and running hard, and he's been begging for more carries, and it's kind of one of those he's getting them now. But with that being said, let's kind of turn over to the defensive side. And, we got the interception first, but then they got it, special teams defense, they got the safety, kind of not really on them, but it was more on us, just a bad snap rolled out, which was fine. It ended up being, not the turning point in the game yet. But, which defense to use kind of looked more locked in this first half?
Yeah, gosh, I mean, to Pittsburgh's credit, Coach Latz dialed up a couple
key blitzes
where they've gotten home. But honestly, our defense is locked in. Our pass defense looks better tonight. The defensive backs are keeping their eyes out of the backfield. They're reading their keys. Our D-line is getting after him. I mean, Drayden Marlowe is a half yard from having a safety for a sack down here in the end zone. I mean, they're getting after it. I like what our defense is doing, and then I guarantee you right now, Coach Stark is giving the speech of his life. He's back coaching at his alma mater, his first game versus Pittsburgh.
Where he just came from, too. Like, that's another added thing that we didn't.
Yes.
I tried to bring it up with the coach, so I was like, how's that feel? And, we've both talked about it. We've talked about the community. Yeah. He's one, coach speak, but then two, he's just a mild-mannered human being. Like, he's not going to give you a whole lot, and it's kind of one of those things is we talked off air, and, he was kind of like, we just got to compete. We just got to continue to compete. And, I think in his head he kind of knew he's got a few tricks up his sleeve that he wanted to use, and that it's benefited us so far. And, kind of our analysis of the first half is we need to stay balanced. We've had some big pop plays on the thing, but we can't just get one-dimensional and try to run the ball out. I mean,
and to me, that's the difference. I mean, Caden starts hot. He throws that tight end drag there. We complete it. Aiden Ogren runs hard. He comes back, throws a touchdown pass. I promise you, in their coaches' meetings, they're saying they're not going to throw the ball. They can't throw the ball. Caden comes out here. He has thrown a pick. So what?
Yeah, it was kind of a jump ball right down at the 1 yard line. We got the ball right back on a good punt by them that flipped the field, but we went down and scored on that drive. So,
and we talked to Coach Stark about that. I've talked to him about it just off the air before. He's like, part of it is he just wants Caden, just keep your confidence. You're gonna throw interceptions. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
Now let's keep them to a minimum, but it's gonna happen. That wasn't the last one we're gonna see this year. And as a quarterback, you got to just flush it. Hey, so what? Defense has got us. Especially when you're on defense, you can come out, and he did. You get the turnover back, you make a play, we're right back in it. Who cares? You got to have a short memory. if you want to be a successful quarterback, and I think he's playing great tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that when we saw him at safety on the defensive side and quarterback on the offensive side, we're like, he's really going to have the opportunity to change the game on both sides of the ball. And tonight you've seen the good of what he can do on, going from throwing a touchdown one drive to then he gets the interception literally on the next drive.
Absolutely.
Takes the gloves back off and get back under center. And, unfortunately, he threw one there, but it was one of those, like, he got that confidence after that great wide open pass to Aiden Ogren over the middle on that little tight end cross, which is bread and butter for Fort Scott. And I honestly, like, kind of gasped. You can kind of see our reflections, but you probably didn't see me there. I gasped because, like, he's, like, that wide open. Like, are they wanting us to throw it that bad?
And that's what they were going to do, too. I promised they were just going to put 9 in the box. And Coach Stark and I talked about that. They're going to stack the box, dare us to throw it. That's what they did, and we made them pay for it. So
absolutely, and that's kind of the thing that we talk with Stark about a lot is, hey, we're week 4 of the season. You don't want to be playing your best ball right now. You want to continue to progress, just like our broadcast. We want to continue to progress, that we're bringing you good product towards the end of the season and getting, well-versed in the offense and play calling and all that stuff. And it's kind of turned off that I didn't think he was going to jump this quick to where he's played this good this first half, but it's one of those that, if you're Coach Stark, how are you telling him that, hey, let's not get too up on ourselves. Like, yes, we did bring lead in, but there is also that, not fatigue, but that we get too hyped, too excited at halftime that we are up.
But maybe that's the upside of Caden, too, is Coach Stark is like, his confidence gets down easily. So I don't know that you got to worry about that now. Maybe he's just not too high, too. I mean, full disclosure, Caden worked for me all summer, so I'm probably more critical of him just because I know him so well, and I love the kid. He's a good kid, but he's just pretty even kill all the time. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low, which
is,
if you're a quarterback, that's what you need. And Coach Stark talked about it after that. I think it was after the Parsons game they lost, and he's like, listen, your team is a reflection of your coach. And he's right. And right now, Coach Stark's jumping around the sideline. Our coaches are excited. Coach Glades is calling a heck of a game defensively. And the boys are reading their keys. They're doing their job. They're flying to the football. So we'll see what happens here. I like our chances.
Yeah, and on Pittsburgh side, we don't really quite know what's going on with Krogan.
No.
Because it's one of those things, like he's been in a few times, but he hasn't attempted to pass. So I don't know injury-wise if it was on his throwing arm or what. But Davis has made basically all the throws there and was in there at the last half to kind of let him get after it.
And he can throw it. The Davis kid can throw it.
It looks good, yeah.
He plays. I think he
was
plays
running back up to
he
second
looks
week
like
of the
a
season,
running back. And he's fast. He's shifty. He's a good player, great player. But again, he hasn't played quarterback. It's a tough. And then you tell him, hey, we're playing our biggest rival of the year. No pressure. Jump in there and operate the whole offense. I don't care who you are. If you're a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, you're going to be nervous,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
a big deal.
And, I have a question down here before the game to ask you, but I think we pretty much well answered that, and that was which team do you feel has the most momentum going into the second half? I mean, looking at the scoreboard and just the way we're coming on the field already, I mean, we're mild-mannered. It almost looks like the kids are like, yeah, we're supposed to be here. We're going to be here, and we're going to do this for
That's exactly
the
what
last
I think.
24 minutes of the game, too.
Yeah. I mean, if they keep the same energy that they had in the first half and we play just as hard, we keep assignment football, I mean, you never know, but I can promise you it's not going to get out of hand like some people we talked to, maybe thought it was going to be a rough game for us. And so, and we didn't know. Even talking to Coach Stark, he's like, hey, listen, they're big, fast, athletic kids. We're going to have some tough matchups, but we've talked about this before because we've played some teams where we knew maybe athlete for athlete, we don't match up great. They're a little more athletic than us. Can you be that athlete that's, that much better than us after you get hit in the mouth?
For sure.
So
yep, let's take our one and only break of the Sharkies halftime show. We'll come back with our keys of the second half, what we want to see, and sign off for the Sharkies Pub and Grub halftime show. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube.
Vince Lombardi once said, football is like life. It takes perseverance, hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. The Hole in the Wall Liquor Store knows that these traits are fostered through community support from teachers, parents, and businesses to help promote students' growth. Located at 124 East Wall on the edge of historic downtown Fort Scott, the Hole in the Wall Liquor Store proudly partners with our community to support the local youth in all their activities.
Peerless Products offers health insurance with an employee-only premium as low as $10 per week. Company-funded health savings account, company-funded life insurance for employees and their immediate families, profit sharing and 401k match. Peerless employees enjoy fresh fruit daily, earned paid sick time, and vacation time that's immediately available, and the knowledge that their weekends will be theirs to enjoy. Apply in person or online at peerlessproducts.com. Peerless Products is an equal opportunity employer that puts their people first.
That wraps up the Sharky's Pub and Grub halftime show. Sharky's is the place to watch your favorite sports teams while you dive into their fantastic menu. Visit them at 16 North National in Fort Scott. And don't forget to follow Fort Scott Sharky's Pub and Grub on Facebook for mouth-watering specials and upcoming patio events. Now get ready for more excitement as we kick off the second half of the Fort Scott Tiger football game. There's more action, more big plays, and even more to cheer about, so stay tuned to All Hit 103.9 FM and Fort Scott TV on YouTube for all the coverage. Go Tigers!
We're back here at Hutchinson Stadium in Pittsburg, Kansas. They put about 2 minutes left on to let both teams warm up here. So, you know, kind of our keys in the second half as we close out the halftime show there. Biggest thing for us is we just got to keep our composure. You know,
just keep doing what we're doing.
If we continue to score, no, it might get a little bit chippy. It is a rivalry game. We just got to make sure that we stay under composure here, which that's what Coach Stark wanted us to maintain.
Oh, the score doesn't matter. I've played in this game. A lot of you guys at home have played in this game or watching, listening on the radio, whatever you're doing. It's going to get chippy, I promise. Whether one team's up or down, it's a close enough game. It's coming.
Absolutely. So the band just wrapped up theirs, and we got about a minute 30 till kickoff. I'm going to go ahead and give it a good close for the Sharky's Pub and Grub show, and then we'll take another quick little break and be back here for the second half kickoff. So that's been the halftime show presented by Sharky's Pub and Grub. Head downtown after the game. When you get back home, grab a bite to eat. Keep the Tiger spirit going with Sharky. Stay tuned. Second half kickoff is just moments away. Do got a little bit of time as both teams get out here. 35 seconds left of this halftime, but I do want to thank the rest of our Tiger Sports boosters here. Make it all possible broadcast on All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. We got Fort Scott Smoke Shop, Dawn Spirits and Wines, Geiger Plumbing Incorporated, Hydrix True Value, Heiser Financial Services, Hole in the Wall, K&K Auto Parts, Canar Eye Center, La Hacienda, Marcia's Deli, Norris Heating and Air Conditioning, Old Ford Auto, Opie's Pizza, Ruddick's Furniture and Floor Covering, Sonic of Fort Scott, State Farm Insurance Cale Nelson, Stoughton Plumbing, Electrical Heating and Air, Trader Dave's Antiques and More, Union State Bank, Varia, VFW, and last but not least, H2 Painting by my co-host, Aaron Judy, over here. We got the clock set up on the field. Fort Scott will be receiving the second half kickoff. And we're going to have a good second half here in Fort Scott, or in Pittsburg, watching Fort Scott. We'll get that down.
We'll get it.
Broadcasting is, kind of new to me, but we're having a good time up here. It's an enjoyment. It's kind of been a dream of both of ours.
Yeah.
We've
got that's kind of both of us have that nerdy side
our
of
wives
us.
kind of tell us,
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But, hey, it's been fun. We've gotten both of us quite a few texts like, hey, we appreciate the broadcast, so those are always nice.
The only complaint that we've got tonight is they just do not want to see us in the reflection.
Yeah.
And guess what?
We don't want to see us either.
I don't blame you guys.
But nothing we can do.
Yeah. We tried to turn off the lights because they said, it's just our side and their side. Got flipped right back on in the broadcast.
Flipped off the whole press box lights. So, yeah, Pittsburgh's got it teed up. He's going to kick it off. Going to be kind of a squib picked up there. He's going to get back. Try to cut it back. He's going to get caught up at about the
25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line for
I think that was going to be
Fort Scott.
Number 28.
Kyler Keating there. Yep, Kyler Keating on the.
Probably got put in because Gavin, went back to return and Ryder not being in.
Yep. So
Fort Scott's possession on the 25-yard line. Kind of same old same. Well, actually, it looks like we got to the 26 there.
So this is what we want. You want to keep the momentum right here on this first drive. Caden's going to come back out under center. One receiver to the far side of the field. They're going to hand it off, straight handoff over the right side. Maybe he's going to get right back to the line of scrimmage, I think. Maybe a gain of about a half yard, we'll call it.
Just make sure we continue to gain yards here. They actually looks like they went to a digital.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. We
down over there.
Switched to like a.
Getting fancy out here.
Yeah, we had a regular down and distance markers, and we switched to digital. You can probably see it on the camera. So.
Or our reflections, one of the two. Who knows?
Or our ugly mugs.
Yep. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here.
Caden's going to be back under center, receiver to the right side of the field. We're going to run a counter play here, and he's going to spin loose there, but, boy, just didn't get the defensive line there kicked out, and they sniffed it out and we're on it.
Maybe a gain of the half yard to make it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be Demaris Partee there, who is kind of their
heck of an athlete.
Yeah, all-world everything. I mean, if you live anywhere probably within an hour of Pittsburg, Kansas, you know who that kid is. Probably anywhere in the state.
Yep, he's a good wrestler. He'll be on the mats this winter as well, doing the same thing.
He's just a stud athlete.
Looks the part, big kid.
We're going to be back under center here. We're going to run an option to the right side. Caden's going to keep it. And I think he's almost just going to get back to the line of scrimmage there.
Maybe a gain of 1 there and bring up 4th and 8 here. So
yeah, actually, we're wrong. He did get 2 or 3 yards there. So we're going to come out and punt this ball away deep in our own territory.
It's one of those things. You knew Pittsburgh's going to come out and they're going to try to hit you in the mouth here to kind of get back in their way. So it's, get a good snap, good kick here, and just kind of take our lumps. We've played great on defense too, so we can just come out, match their energy, and do the same thing.
This is important. You can't have, because you're not going to have a safety here. Got to have a good snap. Good snap, Caleb. They're going to blow it dead.
Yeah, we had a little offsides, false start.
We'll see what they call here. It's going to be on us.
Yep. It's kind of one of those, he didn't go forward or anything, but he did pop up, and that's one of the things you can't do if you're set. Is
that on the center there?
It looked like it was on the far right tackle over there.
So we're going to try it again here from our own 24-yard line, it looks like. Good snap. A little high. Caleb gets it down.
Great punt.
What are we doing?
We cannot do that. We cannot do that.
And Dexter has, oh, goodness. He's made a great play tonight. He scores one of our touchdowns right there. You want that play back. I mean, if I'm giving him any help there, we haven't had a punt like that all year.
I mean, Caleb boomed it. There, yeah.
And so the guy is, if you're listening on the radio and you couldn't see it, the guy's back to receive, and Dexter hits him probably a full 1 or 2 seconds before the ball hits the ground.
And you got to give him an opportunity, even if they don't fair catch it. You can't just go out there and clean him up and headhunt unless he has the ball in his hands. But that's going to bring up probably, I believe that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So what would have been at the 40-yard line and great.
Gosh, yeah. And if he just holds off there, I don't think he probably even catches the ball. He probably just lets it go.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those Peters.
Because he was on top of him.
Great. I do, the penalty sucks, but I do want to just – that was a booming punt. Great hang time by Caleb Hall there.
Got all of that one.
Kind of the do-it-all kid for us, kicker-wise.
So they're going to have Davis back under center. Motion. He's going to give the toss sweep here.
Do get him good, but, number 65 there got through the line very well for us. Didn't make a tackle, but
gets a stop there. Number 53 for Pittsburgh. I don't know his name. Let's see what his name is here. Kane C. Looks like he's a senior offensive defensive lineman. He's been getting a little more chippy, and I've been watching him a little bit. That time he kind of slams Aiden Ogren's head into the ground after the play, doesn't get caught.
It's one of those, we can't do it for the rest. We can probably see a lot more up here in the booth, but it's the things that, good on Ogren not to retaliate because it's always the second person that gets caught kind of thing.
They're going to come back under center, speed option to his left. And he is, number 24 is going to have it. He's going to get a pretty good carry there for 10, 15 yards, it looks
So
like.
it'll be enough for a Pittsburgh Dragon first down there. So, kind of the thing is we did really good by making him pitch it there, but we didn't have our pitch contain out there. He kind of got blocked. It was good blocking by Pittsburgh there to bring it up, but that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh.
And I still don't know.
On
I'd love to give you who he
line.
is, but it's number 24 for Pittsburgh, and they don't have a 24 listed. So they're going to come back out. Receiver split to the right. They're going to run speed option to this side. And we don't have anybody on the option. Drayden Marlowe tracks him down. Apologize for the camera there. We've got to talk to our defense there, if you're Coach Glades, about who's got the pitch there on that speed option. Because if they've gashed us with one play, it's been that speed option kind of all night long.
We kind of finally started blitzing downhill and kind of containing it, but then it's just one of those things. We got to match their momentum here. We can't let them just come down in their first series and score here. We got to make it difficult for them.
They're going to be in kind of a tight set here. Receiver, they're going to run an inside handoff.
Big 28 rumbling. Do hit him at the legs. Finally do bring him down. It's going to be enough for another Tiger first down. They're going to have an opportunity to get a first down before the end zone here too as well.
And we've really been pretty good this year about kind of bowing up when we get a little closer to our end zone. So this is a spot where you hope that's what we can do. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Davis is going to be under center. Single back, wing on both sides. They're going to motion. They're going to run it inside again with number 28. He's going to break it loose, and he's going to score.
There's nobody wrapped up there on the tackles, and they're going to score.
And number 53 for Pittsburgh again. I'm not sure how he hasn't got a penalty yet. He slams Paxton Allen down again there. And looks like Coach is talking to him. So unfortunately, number 28, Malcolm Riley there, 6 foot, 195 pound, running back. He kind of plays the fullback position in that wing offense, and he's a big kid. He is a load to bring down. We just couldn't get a hold of him there.
See if we can't block this punt here, keep it tight, or this PAT, keep it tight here. Do get up, but it is right through.
Right there. So close to blocking it. Unfortunately, it gets through.
It's one of those that they that kicker, he gets the ball up very quick too, so it wasn't one of those, if it's a line drive kind of thing, we had a chance to block it there, but we didn't have anything there.
He's got a leg. Looking at him, I think you wish that they don't kick PATs before the game in high school warm-ups. Kind of wish they did. We could see, like NFL or college, you kind of see what the range is during warm-ups. We don't have that luxury. But so Pittsburgh's going to come out. We're going to go 3 and out on our first drive. Pittsburgh gets the ball, and we kind of give them good field position there. On the penalty on the kick, Dexter Williams hits him a little early, and unfortunately they get the ball and come down and score on their first drive. So it's going to be 16-15. We've got 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Still a lot of game left. 1-point game, Dylan. Surely we don't lay down right now after they score a touchdown.
No, it's kind of one of those, that first drive you wish you would have done something besides go 3 and out, but unfortunately we did. But they scored, and we've kind of been one of those that we do have more momentum after we kind of allowed something on defense. So hopefully that continues for us and we get right back into it and kind of mix up what we did. We did 3 straight runs there, and maybe we'll get a couple passes in here with some wide open players and get a couple first downs and maybe score.
They're going to have it teed up here. He's going to kick it deep. And it looks like
he's down at the 15-yard line there.
It's going to be number 5 there. Jax Armstrong's going to receive that kick, and he makes one guy miss and does his best, but just couldn't get much. He kind of got past him to start, so not going to have great field position here to start. We're going to be at our own 15-yard line.
Nope, going to be 7:07 left in the third quarter. Pittsburgh 16, Fort Scott 15.
Caden Cannon's going to come out here. We're going to have one receiver split to the short side of the field. Split back, double tight set. He's going to drop back here. Oh, no, he's going to hand it off.
Looks like a gain of nothing there. So, they've kind of keyed on that. They're going to try to get us to do something in the air, bounce it out to the outside for sure is what it's looking like up here from the booth. It's just it's one of those things that we've hit them in the mouth, and they're kind of reacting now, and we gotta continue driving it down their throats if we want a chance to.
We've got to raise our intensity level a little bit here in the trenches. I mean, we were beating them up because they were kind of laying down, but they're fighting back now, so we've got to pick it up too. Same set here. Caden's going to be under center. They're going to run a quick quarterback keep to the right side. Going to be a short gain.
He's going to gain one. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for your Tigers here.
Just couldn't get.
And it's one of those, Stark talked about it. They got speed from all faucets of the side. Their interior line's fast. Their linebackers are fast.
Yeah.
Their parents of the kids are fast. I mean, everybody's just fast on that Pittsburgh sideline. That they just it's going to be tough to get yards if we're not running downhill.
Yep. Yeah, we're not gonna get in a foot race, sideline to sideline and beat them to the corner. I don't believe so.
Yeah, and we even saw that with Cannon. He held that quarterback sneak and got out there, but it could be a handoff right up the middle, fullback dive type of thing.
Clayton's going to get some tough yards, but I don't think he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have to punt again.
Another 3 and out, kind of one of those things.
Gosh, dang.
Bend don't break, but we gotta do something different here. We're gonna give it right back to him.
Yep. Hopefully, you get another good punt here.
Yeah.
Try to flip the field.
We also got to think
Caleb
had a great punt last time. It's just we had that uncostly 15-yard penalty that put him in good field position, and then kind of just sucked the air out of us. I think on the defensive end as well.
Caleb's standing at his own 5. He's gonna another good punt. Malachi Meta is going to catch it at about the 55.
With a fair
54
catch. 54
with a fair catch.
It's smart and stayed about 5 yards away from him there, but they're going to take over at the 46-yard line.
So for a high school punt, I mean, you can't ask for much more. He kicks it, 50 yards.
And I'm sure he practiced it all in practice, but for the first 3 weeks, he wasn't our punter. It was Cannon kind of doing that rugby style. Maybe, if they're not there, we're going to take off running with it or something like that. Or we did get lucky last week and took it right off one of the Independence's heads. Yeah, and it worked out for us.
So Pittsburgh's going to come out here. Referees are having a little trouble getting the ball.
Yeah, switch the balls back.
A couple drop passes there on the Zebras. So Pittsburgh's going to start at their
46-yard
line. He's going to be under center. Motion. He's going to drop back.
We had great contain on the backside, but he just took it up and just got to the outside on this side over here.
We are right there.
Yeah.
We got to push him back inside a little bit too, and those backside guys are so close. But when you've got a kid like that playing quarterback, I mean, he's I don't know how fast he is, but I'm gonna guess he's one of the fastest kids on their team on the field. He looks like he's.
Yeah, and it's one of those. He is. I mean, he was their running back. So
yeah. Backside
he's
pursuit.
Gonna have the speed. Yeah.
Gonna be tough, especially when he's already starting. We've got to diagnose the play and then get started. So
we really got to just maybe send somebody here to try to fill out that gap in the middle here.
It's going to be second and short for them. They're going to come out with 2 receivers split to the left, under center, motion from right to left, reverse here.
Nobody's there.
Nobody's home.
Luckily runs right into
Dexter
Creed
fights off
cuts him back inside. Yeah,
cuts him back inside, and Creed gets the tackle.
But that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh here, and they're kind of just doing their thing now. That they're going to find a play, and they're just going to let it keep on going through.
Yeah, and they've ran that toss sweep all night. They hit it for a reverse there. We've got to find a way to get some kind of big play here. We need a momentum change. A sack, a fumble, anything.
Something. Just we had all the momentum there in the first half, and they've kind of sucked it out of us here.
Another toss sweep here. He's going to be loose.
Nobody to
he cuts it back.
To beat. Does run right into him. We do get him down right there at the 15-yard line. But
looks like Shy Kennedy's going to have a touchdown-saving tackle there. And this is taking the wind right out of our sails. This is basically exactly what I said when everyone over here was dead quiet. I mean, that's kind of us now.
Yep.
That's what we didn't want, but hey, make them, like we talked about, make them snap it again.
Yep. Every time, just make them snap it again, and good things will happen for you.
They're going to have the ball at their 17-yard line. Our 17-yard line, I'm sorry. He's going to be under center, 1 receiver split far to the right outside the hash. Motion right to left. They're going to hand it off up the middle.
Number 28.
Same play they scored on last drive. And he's going to get down to, I'm going to say the 2-3 yard line.
Number 28, Malcolm Brown, on the carry.
First and 3 at the 3 here with 3:08 left to go.
We'll bring up a first down, goal to go, along the 3-yard line.
Pittsburgh breaks the huddle. Looks like they got number 21 out here out wide. Davis under center here. Double tight wing T formation.
I'd say we're going to see it right up the middle. Yep.
Quarterback keeper, and
he's
gets in
score.
there for 6.
So Davis is going to run it in.
You know, everything that you was hoping if you were a Tiger fan to happen in here in the second half is kind of went. All the fumbles and things that we got there in the first half, it's kind of starting to bounce Pittsburgh's way here in the second.
Yeah, and luckily, I mean, we're up at half, so it's not like it's 22-15. Pittsburgh's going to run out their 2-point conversion. They're going to go for 2 here. They're going to run their offense back out on the field.
You want to make it a 2-score game for sure.
Yep, and so they're going to go for 2 here. He's going to be under center, heavy formation.
Like a pitch.
Speed option.
Try to get it. We do.
He's not going to get in.
As long as we wrap him up, he is down. So still a one-possession game
short,
here, which is big for the Tigers. So, you know, we get back right here on first on our offensive drive, our third offensive drive of the second half, and good things can't happen to us. But I'm going to send it back to the studio real quick. Give us a 30-second break. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube.
Are you thirsty? Sharkies. Looking for fun? Sharkies. Our kitchen is open late, and we source local produce. Plus, we have catering, a private room for an event. Catch Jayhawks, Chiefs, K-State, and all the NFL games on our TV screen. Here at Sharkies, we strive to support our community by participating in events that give back to your community. We are a family-owned business that is run by local people for local people. Sharkies.
What's more exciting than back to school? Tiger football, and the Shirt Shack has the best-looking Tiger wear. Come into our store, pick out a Tiger design and a shirt, and we will print it right then. No waiting, and it's done while you watch. Shirt Shack has short sleeve and long sleeve tees, hoodies, and crew sweats. Everyone's favorite time of the year. Sports got Tiger football, and Shirt Shack is your place for Tiger apparel. Shirt Shack, the original since 1970.
We're going to come back here. Pittsburgh's going to kick it off.
Great kick by
the kick. Jax Armstrong is going to receive it here.
Cut up.
He's going to get to about the 24, looks like, yard line.
Yep. So with that, you know, we kind of talked here at the break that we're going to have to get the ball in the air. We definitely, I brought up at halftime, we did not want to get one-dimensional, and so far our first 2 drives, granted we've been pushed back pretty far into our own sideline, but
yeah,
we got to.
If we've got, you know, maybe run a reverse, I don't know. Seems like a good time, maybe. You don't want to resort to the trickery or anything like that, but
you got to do something while it's
something
close.
To keep them off balance.
It's one of those. They score another touchdown here in this half. It's going to kind of feel like it's away from us if you're down 2 touchdowns here. But
we're going to run our
quick
option
pitch
to the right. Paxton Allen's going to take the pitch there.
Still looks like it'd be about a gain of 2 yards there.
I think about 2-3 yards. Yeah.
It's one of those, you know, it looked like a good run, but then they just feel it faster so quick over there on that side of the ball.
Yeah, they're flying to the ball for sure. Looks like number 90 for Pittsburgh. That's going to be Garrett Dillingham. Going to come out with maybe a little ankle or something like that. Caden's going to come back under center. Receiver split to the right. They're going to run like a option play here. Paxton Allen cuts it. And he's going to have a big gain for a first down.
Probably enough for a Tiger first down there. You know, good little got to the outside and just let him get off after there. And
yeah, I know they don't call it that anymore, but for all the past Tigers that have played, it's going to basically they're going to run the what we would call 18-0 there, and going to be pick up a good first down, timely first down. We needed that. We were just talking about we've got to have something here. We got to keep them honest. So. Now you're getting closer to the middle of the field. Maybe now you can take a shot. We'll see what they do.
Sorry, I'm kind of mesmerized over here. They're taking the flag down off the ladder truck, and it's kind of just slowly going. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Caden's going to run the option here and pitch it late. It looks like they're going to just get right back to the line of scrimmage there. He's going to run the option to over the right side to pitch to Creed and Clayton.
Bring up a 2nd and 10 again. Looks like he didn't get anything, but, looked like he would have lost about a yard or two, but pitched it right at the end. Kind of one of those sketchy pitches, but it worked out for us. But sometimes you just got to go down with it again.
Yeah, live to fight another down.
Yeah, snap the ball again.
Yep, pitching it late.
It's going to be 9 times out of 10 under 1 minute here in the third quarter. Pittsburgh 22, Fort Scott 15. Be 2nd and 10 on the 39-yard line. Caden under center. Does go back a little counter here. Creed, great cut. Gets up the middle. Dragging a couple bodies. Gets about 8 yards there, it looks like. So third manageable.
Yeah. Great hard run there by Creed and Clayton. Creighton is playing his butt off tonight. I mean, he's doing everything he can to keep his team in it, too.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, he runs hard. If we're not getting hit right at the line of scrimmage, good things are happening for us. We just got to continue to push them back a little bit.
Yeah, and we're going to have
we do not have to snap it before quarter's over, but it will be run right up to 1 second left on the play clock. Looks like
they're going to take it to the fourth quarter.
Take it to fourth quarter here. So, barring a quick run up and snap to try to get them.
I don't think we're going to see that. Nope. Caden Can's still on the sideline
talking
to Coach Stark. So
take it to the studio here real quick. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. This is Dylan Duffy and Aaron Judy at Hutchinson Stadium in Pittsburg, Kansas.
Tiger fans, Woody and the team from Hometown Pub. We want to wish all the Big Red teams a great season. Stop by Hometown Pub at 206 North National Avenue all year long to talk Tiger news. Check out our Facebook page at Hometown Pub for weekly specials. Go Big Red.
Hit as he's throwing, so it's a forward pass. Looked like we were looking for the same double move that Dexter Williams scored on there in the first half, the out and up, but unfortunately defensive lineman gets through and Caden's arm is hit as he's throwing it forward. Thankfully, he still gets it, thrown forward, and it's a incompleted pass instead of a fumble. It could have been worse there, but so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
So if you're listening to us on the radio, it looks like we did lose connection over on the YouTube. See if that's coming back up for us or not.
Caden's going to keep it here.
Great keep there, kind of on that right there to decide to keep that. Going to bring up a 3rd and say a 6 here.
Yeah, it looks like got about 4 on the carry. Inside option there, and he pulls.
I'll try to get the cable out here, see if we can connect it.
Sorry if you're watching on the YouTube side, we apologize. It's kind of something out of our hands. We can't. I think we're back up now, Dylan. So Caden's going to come back under center here. Going to be a big 3rd down, probably the biggest. His leg, maybe.
Yeah. Going back down to his back, kind of catch his breath or something. He did go up high and try to high point that ball and had it in his hands. And
gosh, he was right on there, too. He did a great job of going up and getting it, just couldn't hold on to it when he hit the ground. I really thought he was going to come down with it there. That would have been insane play.
Yeah, I did, too. It was, one of those high point balls that we talked about. It's good to have 2 tall wide receivers like that to be able to do it.
I think it looks like he's just maybe got a cramp. Yeah. So, unfortunately, it's going to be a turnover on downs. We've got 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh leads 22-15.
We were doing so good, and then it looks like we got throttled by their internet here.
Yeah, we apologize again. We're doing our best to get
hardwired back up. We'll do our best to finish out this game for you on the YouTube, TV, and on the radio. So I know we're kind of having control on both sides, but boys are still playing hard. We got an opportunity to stop them here on their
Hey, this is where you got to bow up, get a stop.
Because at the end of the day, they have made that comeback in the third quarter, but we are only down a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a 1-score game.
And it's one of those we could go for 2 if, and be up, too. So it could be a 23-22 game to end the game. Run it the rest of the way out and maybe score here at the end and steal one from the Dragons here.
Push for a few. Looks like they're going to gain 2 yards there. Bring up a second from the 30, we'll call it the 31 and a half, 30, whatever, 31, 32-yard line.
Yeah. And, just unfortunately looks like we just have terrible Wi-Fi now, so maybe that's something we're going to be able to work on next time we start bringing our own Wi-Fi box, and that's something we got to worry about. But it's going to be 2nd and 8 here for the Tigers. Caden under center, single out to the our sideline. Going to be a handoff right up the middle. Fighting for some good positive yards there is Creed Clayton, it looks like. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4 here for the Tigers. So
good run by Creed in there to get us in at least, a manageable position. I might sound crazy right here because quarterback sneak.
I mean,
I don't, again.
If you weren't watching the Fort Scott Tigers, yes, very crazy, but we gain about 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, tell me a time we haven't got 5 yards on a quarterback sneak.
Good idea on your end, I think.
Probably not what we're going to see, but Caden's going to be under center here. Single receiver. We're going to hand it off. Quarterback key.
Right behind them, and it's going to be.
We're going to be real close to a first down here. I think the far left on the
spot's going to be, if it's right on it, that's going to be enough for a first down. We might have a measurement.
We're going to see what they're going to do here. They're going to give us the first down.
So that's going to be a first down for Caden Cannon. Wasn't quite the quarterback keeper.
Nope, quarterback
push,
follow.
But it was a quarterback follow, and it was about the same
We'll
thing.
take it.
So, yeah.
Good run there by Caden.
It's going to be a first down for the Tigers here.
3 minutes, 50 seconds.
And counting.
Clock's ticking. You're not really worried about the clock yet, but you kind of got to go.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. We don't want to give them any time on the clock, too. So
but we still got 60 yards to go. You kind of in. Caden's going to be under center here. They're going to run counter. Creedon's going to bounce it outside, cut it back up. He's going to get about
3 yards there.
Going to get about 3 or 4 on the carry. Bring up a 2nd and medium here. Be on about the 45-yard line. Around 45, so we'll.
2nd and about 7 yards there.
Yeah.
So you gain 3, Old adage to my high school coach, if you gain 3 yards each play, that's 12 yards. It's a first down. But
that's right.
With time of running, you kind of got to get up there a little bit quicker.
3 minutes to go here. Pittsburgh leads 22-15. Caden's going to give it on the option of the right side there, and we're not going to get much, about a half yard.
No. Good news is looks like Zexter Williams is back into the game as well after not receiving that punt. But
going to be 3rd and 7 here.
So gaining none there.
Again, big time 3rd down. We've got to have a first down here. We're ticking down to 2.5 minutes here. We've kind of got. Caden's going to drop back. We're going to run a slip screen.
If he can just break a tackle. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 3 here. So, nothing crazy. Actually, it's about 2 yards here. So 4th and 2. 2 minutes and ticking. Well, 2:10 and ticking here. Probably see if we get this. And if not, we're going to start using our timeouts, which we only have 2 remaining.
Looks like we're going to take a timeout right here, maybe. Maybe not. No, he's going to run the play in. Yep. Clock's under 2 minutes here. 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 2 from the 50-yard line. Biggest play of the game. This play right here maybe is the game. Caden's going to be under center. Single receiver. We're going to go quarterback sneak.
Has plenty to get there for that, and he's still getting pushed. So now I think the clock's going to stop due to the first down, but do we take a timeout?
Looks like by that spot it's going to be a first down.
By plenty. He more than had enough, I thought there. But
yeah.
Yeah, because they're about a yard in front of it here. It looks like to me.
First down, Fort Scott. So we're going to get the 4th down conversion here. Pittsburgh sideline's not real happy about it. The coaches don't look happy. Understandable. Anytime you're in crunch time like this, you
don't want to be on that side of the play. So it's good for one, only for the Dragons. It was good for the Tigers here. So looks like we might be taking a timeout.
They're moving the.
Well, they can't do that. They can't.
They're trying to move everything back like they're going to measure, but they've already moved everything.
Yeah, they signaled for the first down. So
what are we doing here?
That is not right at all. They had signaled the first down.
I mean, they had moved all 3 sticks. Coach Stark is furious, as he should be.
I think they even picked up the ball, too. So
they did. I mean, they moved everything.
This is going to be one for
We're
going to
have a first down anyways. First down.
So, yep, like they said, still enough for a first down. And he's
so
kind of got that knee there. And I think it was the kind of CYA play that